Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Misa and today I'm doing my February TBR. I haven't actually filmed a wrap-up video for January yet because I started my reading month quite late in January, so I haven't got through all of my TBR yet. So I thought I will wait until I finish about 5 books so I can talk about them in a group, and I will film a recent reads video when I'm ready. As for last month, I will be following the prompts from the Year of Readathons created by Leanne from Literary Diversions, who is one of my favourite booktubers I've been following for quite a long time. For February, Leanne has come up with a new game to play and I'm so excited because I love playing TBR games that we can join in with. So let's just jump straight in. So if I understand this correctly, we have a 2-layered approach this month, which is so interesting. In the first layer, I have to choose 5 genres that I'd like to read from, and in the second layer, I have to use a random number generator to match those 5 genres to the 5 prompts. So I'm going to pop the 5 genres on the screen right here, but I have picked fantasy, paranormal, non-fiction, middle grade, and classic. All the genres I've chosen are pretty standard for me, except maybe paranormal. I haven't read too many books from that genre, but it just popped into my head, so I decided to throw it in for something different. Okay, so now that I've chosen my 5 genres, it's time to take out the random number generator and match my genres to the prompts. Okay, let's see. How can I do this? So the first number that came up is number 4, which is for a series you love, and it's going to get paired up with my first genre, which is fantasy. So my favorite series in fantasy is The Dragon Riders of Pern by Anne McCaffrey, and I have a bunch of those books here, I think. I read them when I was a teenager and I've had them for a long time, but I think I've brought some of those books with me to Malaysia, so I'm going to just quickly go and have a look and choose one out. So I've just gone and picked out one of the books from my shelves from Anne McCaffrey's series, and I picked out The Master Harper of Pern. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, the last volume in the series. It's the 15th book anyway. So this volume focuses on one of the major recurring characters in this series, and that is the Master Harper of Pern. I remember when I first read this series that I absolutely loved this character, and music plays such a huge role within this series that I always felt really close to it because I'm also a musician. So this is a welcome reread, and I'm on such a dragon streak right now. I don't know whether I should read this right after Fireborn, but anyway. Alright, let's generate another number. Alright, so the next number is number 1, and this is for a cover you love, and that's going to pair up with my second genre, which is paranormal. So I've just gone and grabbed my second book, and that's called The Girl and the Ghost by Hannah Alkaf. Hannah Alkaf is a Malaysian author, and I've had 2 of her books on my shelves, one of which is this one, and this is a middle grade based on Malaysian folklore. So looking on Goodreads, it also comes under the heading of paranormal, so I'm just going to pick this one. I don't know anything about this book, so I'm just going to read the blurb on the back. I am a dark spirit, the ghost announced grandly. I am your inheritance, your grandmother's legacy. I am yours to command. Soraya is delighted when her witch grandmother gifts her a Plesit. She names her ghostly companion Pink, and the two quickly become inseparable. But Soraya doesn't know that Plesits have a dark side, and they are not above hurting others to ensure their master's happiness. And on it goes. From what I understand, Plesit is a ghost from Malaysian folklore that takes on the form of a cricket or a grasshopper, so this sounds really intriguing. And this cover is so beautiful. This is the kind of art style that I really love, so this is perfect for that prompt. Alright, onwards we go, because I took a long time choosing the book for the second prompt. So number 3, okay, let's do the number generator once more. The next number to come up is number 5, and that says A Spine You Love, and that's being paired up with my third genre, which is non-fiction. Alright, I've chosen my next book. It is non-fiction, but it might be a bit stretching it. It does have a beautiful spine, so I'm just going to roll with it, and it's called My Friend Fear by Meera Lee Patel. I've had this book for some time and I've never picked it up before, but it has such a gorgeous cover which runs onto the spine and to the back. and this is more like a mental health / self-help book, so it still comes under non-fiction, I think, but I will read you the summary from the back of the book. So what if I'm afraid? What if our deepest fears are shining guideposts, lighting the way to what we truly want in life? Instead of pushing them aside, what happens if we begin listening to our fears and allow them to lead us bravely into the unknown? Through a mix of personal writing, watercolor paintings, and thought-provoking questions for reflection, this vividly inspiring book will help you make friends with fear in order to become who you really are. This sounds like something I really like to be reading right now because I am going through a lot of changes because of what's going on in the world. I'm such a creature of habit that I don't like the idea of change, and that brings up a lot of fear and reluctance, so this might be the perfect book for me right now. Let's see what our next number is. Okay, we've got number 2, a book that someone you love loves, and that's going to get paired up with number 4, middle grade. Alright, the next one's so easy. It's sitting right behind me. The next prompt was for a book that someone you love loves. So for this, I've picked The Greek Myths by Jean Mingus, who is one of my favorite booktubers. I think this is a book that's loved by many people in the bookish community, so I think this is the perfect pick for this prompt. I picked this up at the end of last year when I heard about it, and I could buy it locally in Malaysia, so that's really amazing. And this is an illustrated middle grade book on Greek myths, so I'm so excited to add this to my TBR. By process of elimination, we're left with number 3, which is a trope you love, and that's being paired up with my last genre, which is a classic. Okay, so let's go and find that book. So for the last prompt, I have chosen Peter Pan by James Matthew Barrie, and to explain a bit more about the trope that I love, I really enjoy reading books that deal with immortality or characters who don't want to grow up, so this is perfect. This is the Oxford edition, and it also contains Peter Pan in Kensington Gardens as well as Peter and Wendy, so I think I'll just read both of them together. So those are the 5 picks for the Year of Readathon's February prompts, and I'm so excited. And now I just need to add one more book to this TBR before I finish, because I am participating in the BookTube spin created by Rick McDonnell, so I will leave a link to his channel down below. And in the spin, the number that came up was number 15, and so for me that means that I will be reading a collection of Malaysian short stories called Ronggeng Ronggeng, edited by Malakai Edwin Bethamani. So this is so exciting because I love short stories. So all the books on this month's TBR look manageable, so I'm very happy because I'm still continuing some of the books from last month, which turned out to be very ambitious. I will do a recent reads wrap up as soon as I have 5 books to talk about, so please bear with me. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos from me, and I hope you are staying safe wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!